What would you do if you discovered your daughter's secret? One that unraveled not just her choices, but the very bond you thought you shared. I stood frozen, staring at the credit card statement in my hand, the numbers screaming betrayal. $10,000. A luxury trip to the Maldives, charged without a word, orchestrated by my 22-year-old daughter, Lily. She thought I wouldn't notice. She was wrong. Lily had always been my pride, my only child, raised with love and discipline after her mother passed when she was 10. I'd worked grueling hours at the auto shop, grease under my nails, to give her a life better than mine. College fund, new clothes, even the used car she adored. I never said no to her dreams. But this was different. The statement showed charges for plane tickets, a 5-star resort, and spa treatments, all for her and 3 friends I barely knew. My heart sank, not just from the money, but from the secrecy. Why hadn't she told me? I remember the day she left, her duffel bag slung over her shoulder, claiming it was a low-key weekend with friends. Her hazel eyes sparkled with excitement, and I'd chalked it up to youthful energy. "Be safe, kiddo," I'd said, ruffling her hair. She'd laughed, hugged me, and promised a text. She did, but her messages were vague pictures of sunsets, not a hint of the extravagance she was indulging in. I trusted her. That was my mistake. The discovery came by chance. I was sorting bills at the kitchen table, the same table where we'd shared countless dinners, her laughter filling the room. The credit card statement slipped from a pile, and there it was, a string of charges from an exotic locale. I called the bank, thinking it was fraud, but the representative confirmed the transactions were authorized, linked to Lily's car, the one I'd given her for emergencies. Emergencies, not a lavish getaway. I didn't confront her right away. Anger simmered, but curiosity gnawed harder. Why would she do this? Lily wasn't reckless. She was studying business at college, acing her classes, always talking about building a future. This wasn't her. Or was it? I needed answers, so I did something I hadn't done since she was a teenager. I checked her social media. Her profile was a gallery of paradise cocktails by infinity pools, her and her friends in designer swimsuits, laughing under fairy lights at a beachfront dinner. The captions were carefree, living my best life, and chasing sunsets with my crew. My stomach churned. Each post was a dagger, not because of the money, but because she'd hidden it from me. I scrolled further, hoping for a clue, and then I saw Ida post from a week ago, tagged at a local cafe. She was with a woman I didn't recognize, older, maybe in her 40s, with sharp features and a warm smile. The caption read, "Grateful for new friends who remind me to dream big." Who was this woman? I dug deeper, clicking through tag photos. Her name was Vanessa, a life coach with a sleek Instagram profile promising empowerment through bold choices. Her posts were filled with motivational quotes and images of luxurious retreats, encouraging followers to invest in themselves. My jaw tightened. Had this woman influenced Lily to blow $10,000 on a whim? I needed to know more, but Lily was due home tomorrow. I'd wait. When Lily walked through the door, her face lit up. "Dad," she called, dropping her bag to hug me. Her tan glowed, her hair sun-bleached. She looked happy, but I couldn't match her warmth. I held up the credit card statement. Her smile faltered. "Care to explain this?" I asked, my voice steady but cold. Her eyes widened, then darted away. "I was going to tell you. When? After you spent another 10 grand? My tone was sharper than I intended, but the hurt was raw. "Lily, this was for emergencies. You know that." She bit her lip, tears welling. "I know, Dad. I'm sorry. I needed this." Needed what? A luxury trip with friends who didn't pay a dime. I hated how accusing I sounded, but the words spilled out. "It wasn't just a trip," she snapped, her voice rising. "It was about finding myself, about taking a chance." Vanessa said. Vanessa, I cut in. The life coach. Is she the one who told you to lie to me? Lily's face flushed. She didn't tell me to lie. She helped me see I deserve to live a little. You're always so careful, Dad. Always sacrificing. I didn't want that for me. Her words stung, slicing through years of love and trust. I wanted to yell, to demand she pay back every cent, but something in her eyes stopped my vulnerability, mixed with defiance. I took a breath. Tell me everything, I said. She hesitated, then sat down, spilling the story. Vanessa had been a guest speaker at her college, preaching about seizing opportunities and breaking free from limitations. Lily, feeling trapped by routine, was captivated. When Vanessa offered a spot on a group trip to the Maldives, promising transformative experiences, Lily jumped at it. She used the credit card, convincing herself she'd pay it back later with a part-time job. Her friends, thrilled at the free ride, didn't question it. I thought I was investing in myself, she said, her voice breaking. But I didn't mean to hurt you. I wanted to believe her, but the secrecy gnawed at me. Then came the twist I hadn't expected. There's more, she whispered, pulling out her phone. She showed me an email from Vanessa, sent after the trip. It was a pitch for a mentorship program costing $5,000, promising to unlock Lily's potential. The email hinted that Vanessa had encouraged the trip as a test of commitment. My blood boiled. This wasn't just a reckless splurge. Lily had been manipulated. Dad, I didn't sign up for it, she said quickly. I started doubting her after the trip. Something fell off. I looked at my daughter, torn between anger and relief. She made a mistake, but she wasn't lost. Not yet. Why didn't you tell me? I asked softly. I was scared you'd be disappointed, she admitted, tears streaming. You've given me everything, and I threw it away. I pulled her into a hug, my own eyes stinging. You didn't throw it away, kiddo. You just took a detour. The next day, we sat down to make a plan. Lily agreed to work extra hours to pay off the debt, and I'd match her efforts to ease the burden. But more than that, we really talked about trust, about dreams, about the kind of life she wanted. I learned she felt suffocated by my caution, just as I'd felt trapped by my own sacrifices. We both had lessons to learn. I also contacted Vanessa, posing as a curious parent. Her responses were slick, evasive, confirming my suspicions. I warned Lily to steer clear, and she promised she would. In time, we rebuilt what was broken, not just the bank account, but our bond. She started sharing more, and I started listening better. Looking back, that $10,000 was more than a low sit was a wake-up call. It taught us both that trust is fragile, but it can be mended. Lily's detour showed her the cost of chasing empty promises, and it showed me the value of letting her stumble, so long as I was there to catch her. We're not perfect, but we're honest now. And that's worth more than any luxury trip.